Hey, what's up, your host popping this D-Boss Reactions vid by Impressive. This is called Normani snubbed by the VMAs. Tinashe defends Normani. Kylie Jenner is pregnant and De'Ara and Ken split. I thought they'd been broke up, but apparently, some updates have come about with these two. So yeah, let's see what's going on with all these nigglets. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. There are several topics I want to talk about in this video. First, starting with Kylie Jenner. Now, it's recently been reported that Kylie Jenner is expecting a second child with the rapper Travis Scott. And according to TMZ, she is still in the early stages of her pregnancy. Now, does this news surprise me? No, it doesn't. Kylie is a lot like her sisters. She wants to have children by the same man. So even if she's not exclusively with Travis, she's still going to have more children with him because she wants her children to have the same father. So she doesn't want to be a baby mama to multiple men. She wants to be a baby mama to one man. Even if that man cheats on her and doesn't claim her all the time, she still wants that man to be her only
I don't understand the logic in that.
And honestly,
that is so dumb. Women have to stop with that. I want the... Why do you want more kids by somebody who you're not with, who's not treating you right? That don't make no sense. Like, come on. Find you somebody else. Get into a loving relationship with this person. And then y'all could share a child. Like, I don't understand why this would be the better option to keep having kids with him.
I think her sister Chloe is in the same boat. Chloe is still hanging on to her baby daddy Tristan Thompson because she wants to have more children with him.
And look how goofy
So Tristan is allowed to cheat and do whatever he wants to do. But Chloe doesn't care. She just wants to have another baby and she wants her children to have the same father. Both Chloe and Kylie are basically following in the footsteps of their sister Courtney.
And look what I got her.
Her baby daddy Scott had issues and she knew she didn't love him, but she kept having children with him just because. And honestly, I think the Kardashian and Jenner sisters don't want to be perceived as unclassy baby mamas. I guess they think having multiple children with different men would make them look a certain way. But honestly, they already look a certain way for having children with men who don't take them seriously. It's almost like they're using these men as their sperm donors at this point. But it's their life, and that's what they choose to do.
Stop looking at me.
Now, on to the next topic. I want to talk about the popular YouTube couple, Ken and De'Ara. Ken and De'Ara recently made an announcement that they are starting separate YouTube channels. Now, if you don't know, Ken and De'Ara have been on YouTube together for 7+ years, and they did get engaged. However, there have been a lot of rumors about their relationship. Ken has been accused of cheating on De'Ara multiple times. In fact, last year he was caught on camera flirting with another woman, and this year he was caught on his live stream flirting with another woman. And some people are now speculating that maybe Ken and De'Ara broke up. I kind of think that they did break up, but they're not going to announce it just yet because Ken and De'Ara built their whole brand off of their relationship.
If they're saying they have separate channels, I feel like that's confirming that they're broken up, even if they didn't actually say it, though. I don't understand why people would think they still together.
Break up. This will affect their brand. Now, I don't think it's going to affect De'Ara as much because a lot of people watch the channel for De'Ara, but it will affect Ken. So them announcing that they're doing separate YouTube channels is kind of a way for them to slowly separate their brands from each other so they could stand on their own. And once they've established their channels, they could finally announce their breakup. I think this is what they're planning to do. So honestly, this whole thing is about business. And I really respect how they're going about it. I have even more respect for De'Ara for even going along with this because she didn't have to sit there and promote Ken's new channel because Ken was the one who cheated on her. But she's very mature and business minded, and she understands that this is the best way to go about it. It's better to part ways amicably instead of making things messy. So I actually respect her for that. And I do wish both De'Ara and Ken success on their YouTube channels. I know it's a big adjustment for them to start from scratch, but I do wish them both well.
What?
Now, on to the last topic. I want to talk about
That'll be just
Normani.
fine.
Normani made some interesting tweets, and she revealed that MTV did not invite her to perform at the VMAs this year just yet. Now, Cardi B went on Twitter, and she said, I hope my girls Lizzo and Normani are performing at the VMAs. Please, please, please. Normani responded and said, I hope so too. She also said, they haven't booked me yet. And someone said, I knew it. My poor baby Normani. RCA is so trash. And Normani said, nope, they've been doing everything in their power. So basically, RCA has been working to get Normani a slot on the show, but she hasn't been allowed to perform yet. Now, we still haven't gotten the full list of performers for the VMAs, but from looking at the tweets, it's very clear that they don't plan on inviting her. One of Normani's dancers named Joya also said something that was kind of revealing. She said this, so far the VMA performers list look a little fishy.
What?
And if they don't allow her to perform, then it's even more telling. I hope it's very clear that that girl does everything in her power to succeed and thrive in this life. But the world we live in will not allow it. Very rigged. They want to be the culture but not include the culture. Smells white in here. At this point, nothing surprises me anymore. I just have to sit back and laugh because we all know what the real tea is. And she also said the odds are always against Monty, and I'm absolutely effing tired. And Normani replied to her tweet and said, drained. I honestly feel bad for Normani because I think she's so talented. I think she's a great performer. I don't understand why the VMAs would not consider her this year, but honestly, it's their loss. They're losing out on an amazing performance because I know if Normani was going to perform this year, she would deliver. Just like she delivered back in 2019 when she performed Motivation. Her performance was one of the highlights of the night. If she were to perform her song Wild Side this year, she would shut down the show. Normani is an amazing performer, great performer. And I think MTV is really making a mistake by not including her in the show. They're missing out on a great performance. And I know Normani has to be disappointed because the VMAs is a huge platform. And if she were to perform at the VMAs, it would definitely give her song Wild Side a big boost. So the fact that this opportunity is being taken away from her is really unfortunate. But here's what I have to say about this. Normani shouldn't lose sleep over not performing at the VMAs. She has bigger things in store. And what she needs to do is continue to be on her grind. If the VMAs won't book her, she should put together her own performance on her YouTube page. This is what a lot of artists are doing now, especially black artists, because these award shows don't like to invite some of these black singers, so they have to resort to putting their own performances online. And I think this is something that Normani and her team should consider. They should consider putting together a virtual concert. And if she wanted to make things look really fancy, she could perform in a green room studio and put whatever background she wants to put just to make the performance pop, you know? So there's a lot of things that Normani can do. Normani is very talented and very creative. I think her and Sean Bankhead are genius together and they could come up with some cool concepts. If Normani wanted to, she could even do some dance videos on her YouTube channel, dancing to her own music. That would be cool too. She doesn't even have to put on an expensive, elaborate production. All she needs is competent people who can put together quality work. So I don't think Normani should have to wait around to perform at an award show. If the VMAs don't want her, then she could go somewhere else, you know? And she could also do her own thing. Whatever she does, her fans are going to support. So she doesn't have to necessarily do things on a grand scale. Now, I want to talk about this clip that was leaked from Clubhouse. There were some people having conversations about Normani, and they were saying that Normani was going out like Tinashe. If you don't know, Tinashe used to be on the label RCA, which is the same label that Normani is on. And RCA really screwed over Tinashe big time. But since Tinashe left RCA, she has been thriving as an independent artist. But people do still bring up her issues with RCA. And some people are worried for Normani because she's also on RCA. And they feel like her career will have the same trajectory as Tinashe. Now on Clubhouse, they were talking pretty negatively and saying that Normani is blackballed. They were also talking down on Tinashe too, and Tinashe actually went on Clubhouse and defended Normani and herself.
I think when it comes to being an artist, being validated by like charts and numbers and all those things, it's easy to kind of get lost in that sauce. But like at the end of the day, she's an incredible artist putting out incredible content. I think I am as well. So to look at that as someone, failing or being blackballed or any of those narratives, I just don't really claim that energy at all. And I don't think that she doesn't deserve. And I think that we should uplift her and we should have conversations about how amazing she is, as opposed to, just dwelling on the fact that, of course, there's going to be things about the industry that aren't fair. There's always going to be a difficult time for female artists.
So that was part of what Tinashe said. I didn't get the whole clip because I actually snatched it off of Twitter. But she came to Normani's defense, and she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to entertain that conversation at all.
She's kind of defending herself,
but she felt the need to say something. And I agree with everything she said. I think instead of creating negative narratives, people should just support the artists that they like. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, she seemed like she was defending herself. Because they like, oh, Normani about to be a flop like Tinashe. So she tried to step in like, hold up. But honestly, I can't really give too much of an opinion because I'm out of the loop. I don't know what's popping. But she said that Tinashe is thriving, and that is fucking news to me. I thought Tinashe fell off hard. So maybe she had a comeback and she's doing well. I don't fucking know. I don't keep up with these people. But my first thought was that I wouldn't think that VMAs would even book Normani because she has that one song. Like, I don't... In my head, I'm not thinking that Normani is really popping like that as far as people really discussing her. But again, I'm out of the fucking loop. But from the limited info that I get, I don't really hear people talking about Normani like that. So I feel like VMAs, they're more so... wanting to book people who has a lot of buzz around them, and I'm just not getting that for Normani. Yes, her video with Cardi B did do really well on YouTube. It has a lot of views, but didn't she drop off from the charts really hard and really quick? And I don't hear people talking about that song like that. Don't ever hear it played anywhere when I'm out. I don't ever hear her. So that's why I'm thinking they probably wouldn't want to book her. But again, I'm off the loop. Maybe she is popping everywhere and everybody talking about her and they just being racist. I don't fucking know. De'Ara and Ken, they broke it up. Impressive talking about, oh, she think they're going to make a separate video announcing that they broke up. Why would they do that? This is the breakup video. They said we got separate channels. We going on about our business. They just didn't feel the need to be like, yes, we broke up. We are no longer together. Like, they didn't feel the need to say that. They just keeping it real, play a real business like, yeah, this is my channel, this is her channel, and let's go on about our business. I think that's them announcing that they broke up already. I don't think they need to come back and say anything. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!